Over the next few minutes, we will explain the changes in the web screens to support job-related documents in accounts receivable. If you use Sage 300 Project and Job Costing to manage contracts, starting with Release 2019.2, you can use the web screens to work with job-related documents in accounts receivable. Let's look at the transaction entry screens that include job-related options. The invoice entry screen includes a job-related selection. When this option is chosen, new columns appear in the grid, and you can enter the contract, project, category, and resource. If you're entering a prepayment for the invoice, after you click Prepay, there is also a job-related option for the prepayment. If the option is selected, the PJC Details button becomes available. Clicking PJC Details opens a screen where you can enter the job-related information for the prepayment. The Receipt Entry screen also includes options for working with job-related transactions. When working with a receipt, while selecting the documents in the grid to apply the receipt to, you can see if the document is job-related or not. After applying the receipt to a job-related invoice, the Jobs button becomes available. It opens the Project and Job Costing Apply Details screen. This screen lets you view or adjust amounts the program applies to details for different contracts, projects, categories, or resources on job-related invoices. If you're receiving a partial payment for the document, the amount can be applied top-down or prorated. If you select top-down, the amount is applied starting with the projects listed first. If the applied amount is prorated, it is divided evenly among the projects listed. You could also delete all the lines and manually add the details. When entering a prepayment, you can select if this is a job-related entry. The Jobs button gives you access to enter the project and job costing details. When entering a miscellaneous receipt, you can also select if this is a job-related entry. If the job-related option is selected, new columns appear in the grid. You can then select the contracts, projects, categories, and resources for the miscellaneous receipt. When entering an applied document, the options for working with job-related details are very similar to a regular receipt. In this case, you also use the Jobs button to enter the details of the amounts applied to contracts, projects, categories, and resources for the job-related invoice selected. The Refund Entry screen includes a job-related column in the grid, which can be set to yes or no. When you refund a job-related credit note or prepayment, you must specify how much to refund for each detail. You can accept the allocation that accounts receivable makes to the details using the applied method you specify for the refund, or you can allocate amounts to specific details manually. The Jobs button opens a Project and Job Costing Apply Details screen where you can enter this information. This screen displays the refund amount calculated based on the applied method you specified on the Refund tab. You can accept or change the amount. The total amount you apply using this screen must equal the payment amount you specified for the refund. The Adjustment Entry screen also includes a job-related option. This display-only field indicates whether the document you're adjusting is for a contract that you administer using Sage 300 Project and Job Costing. When you select job-related invoices, credit notes, and debit notes, the Adjustment Entry screen displays a different set of fields, letting you enter the contract, project, category, and resource as required for the adjustment. The Recurring Charges screen also has a job-related option. Select this option if the recurring charge is for a project you are managing using Sage 300 Project and Job Costing. When you select the option, additional fields appear in the Detail Entry table to let you enter job-related information. When you post invoices generated for the recurring charge, accounts receivable updates the specified contract, project, category, and if required, the resource in Project and Job Costing. Congratulations! You now know what has changed in the web screens to support job-related documents in accounts receivable.